and welcome back to the show. Today I'm joined by my first guest, Simon Burstein, who also happens to be my brother. Simon, how are you doing today on this lovely Wednesday night?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited for this one tonight. So, if you want to hear more from Simon after tonight, you can follow him on Google Plus at Unboxing365. So, we're not doing the most popular sport tonight, but we're doing one of Simon's favorite sports and the one he's probably most knowledgeable about, and that is the modern pentathlon. Although it hasn't really made its mark on the U.S. yet, it is making a run in Europe as one of its more popular sports. So we're going to be talking about the UIPM Laser Run World Championship. The Laser Run is a new UIPM creation, and if you want to know what the UIPM is, it's the world leader in modern pentathlon organization events. So they organize different events, and they've also have created the Laser Run, which I think is really a genius idea. It's an event that's more family friendly, and it can be ran by anyone from ages 8 to 80. So it is a combine of running and shooting, two of the modern pentathlon's 5 original events, and in the end, 5 stations and also I believe 4 running stations. You in the elite division, you're going to have fired 20 shots and ran 3,200 meters. Those numbers get higher and lower depending on what division you're in. So if you're 8, you might do 10 hits and 1,600 meters. But if you're 40 plus masters, you might be doing 40 hits and 6,400 meters. So it really depends on your skill level and how old you are. So, but in the World Championships, most people are going to be doing 20 total hits and 3,200 meters because it's the best of the best. And this event, as well as City Tour, are being used to introduce the Laser Run. The City Tour and the World Championships are both used to rack up points for the competitors who are competing in the leaderboard to be crowned number 1 Laser Run champion in the world. And there is events all the way from U11 to U60. So there's all age groups competing in this. My bad, actually, it's not U60, it's 60 plus. So anyone over the age of 60 and basically anyone from ages 8 to 11 can compete. So these World Championships are being held in Cape Town in South Africa from October 13th through 15th, which is Friday through Sunday Chicago time. It might be a little different in Africa. I'm not sure which is the host of it, but it's Friday through Sunday our time. And it is a World Championship event, as I said, followed by 2 City Tour events on October 15th with Mauritius Cure Pipe race and France Paris race. Those 2 will also have multiple contenders competing, although most of them are going to be in South Africa for the World Championships. The World Rankings, how it works is everyone runs at least 1 city race, and their best time is used. The lower the time, the better, and they are ranked in order. There's divisions, U11, U13, 15, 17, 19, or they're actually not 19, 11, 13, 15, 17, and then there's Elite and Masters division that go all the way up to 60 plus. So I'm going to hand the mic over to my brother and friend Simon Burstein, and he's going to give us some predictions on who he thinks for a few of the divisions.
Well, this is my high note, and for my who I'm gonna guess is my most improved competitor, and on my low note, my least improved athlete. And this is just a prediction. So for U11, this is my high note. U11 female Diana Valeva from Russia. And on my low note, I have Miriam Zakharavili from Georgia. And
We apologize for any names that are a little iffy because we have a bunch of European competitors. As I said, it's mainly based in Europe, and a bunch of these last names are very long and tricky. If you want to see them yourself, you can go to UIPM.com and look at their standings.
So again, for U13 male, On my high note, I have Jamie Robinson of Britain, and on my low note, Axel Fleurot from from France. And for U15 female, on my high note, Louise Catanach from Britain, and on my low note, Karina Fushka
Now we get into
from Georgia.
Now we get into some of the more legit contenders, U17 and up. These people are all mostly from modern pentathlon academies and mostly compete on a regular basis and are just trying out the laser run since it's a more regular invention. So, Simon, who do you have?
Okay, so for my U17 male high note, I have Georgi Mekvabishvili from Georgia. And on my low note, I have Artem Zverev from Russia. And down to the U19 females, I have the high note as Pauline Bartsak of France. And on my low note, Evgenia Urbanovich of Russia. And for the elite male, for my high note, of course, I have Edward Norden of Britain. And on the low note, Igor Korshinov of Russia. And for the fastest overall time, I have Robin Brule. His last time was 11 minutes and 59 seconds of France, and he attended for his pentathlon school, the Alpha Province. Just a reminder, all UIPM member federations can organize 1+ city tour events to try to spread the idea of the laser run.
Thank you, Simon, for those predictions. They sound pretty good so far, but we'll see how they go. Simon has to make a quick run because he has some other stuff to do. But Simon, thank you for attending the show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be on here.
We hope to see you soon, and we'll hope your predictions play out well this weekend. So we're just going to go over some quick news stories from it. Thanks to Simon once again. But there's been 3 or 4 races. 4 races lately that have been in the city tour that have really made a difference. And they are, first, the Argentina Corbado race in the city tour. And this was a test run to see if Argentina would like it, and it went great. And because of this, 2 more laser run events have been added in Argentina. Excuse me. In the Sri Lanka Colombo City Tour race, there was 4 age groups, U11, U15, U19, and Elite. So U13 and U17 didn't have enough participants. But with the school children participants, there were enough for U11, U15, U19, and the Elite. And there was many volunteers from the University of Moratuwa and the University of Sri Jawadhenpura. They had both runners and volunteers. There was multiple opportunities for the kids and runners to learn about sports apparel, biological measurements, and health and training tips during the race. In Dublin, Ireland, there was another city tour race. That was the build-up for next year's World Championships, which are being hosted by Dublin, Ireland. And there was a surprise family relay event which went well. Massive growing of interest in Ireland as 150 plus people were there to compete, not just watch. And then finally we have the Melbourne, Australia City Tour race. Athletes from all around Victoria excuse me, came to compete. There was all skill levels, but for the youth, Tuli Watt and Darcy Wade, 2 females from Australia, really showed as this was their prep for the Youth Olympic qualifiers, which are coming up later this year. There was also opportunities for swimming and fencing, which are 2 of the other 3 modern pentathlon events, and there was very strong feedback from the audience. So that's all the time we have for today. Just a few quick announcements. Thanks for Simon for coming on the show. But if you have any other ideas for the show, or if you want to guest star on the show like Simon did today, you can either email me at sportykid95@gmail.com, or you can DM me at the new Instagram account for this podcast, _Chicago_sports desk. That's gotten up. I'd like a few more followers, but we've got a bunch so far, so thanks for that. Also, thanks for the new logo. Make sure to check that out. That was designed by Henry Martinez. You can follow him on Instagram at Tripperoni Pepperoni. Make sure to subscribe to him, or follow him, my bad. He's definitely, he does cheap prices for logos design too. And then also, one more big thanks for Graham Steelberg, who does our opening music. You can follow him on Instagram at Ghostbuster6_YouTube. So, signing off from Chicago, I'm Alex Burstein, and good night.